Hi, this is BB. So I was angry, and of course, I was talking, just I talk lash out to them verbally all day long. So I'm talking. I look at my phone, and at the upper right, there's a little green dot that says camera in use. Now, I didn't have it in use. They're recording me, and they're always threatening me that I'm sarcastic, and when I say things like I'll say like, oh, she's crazy, she's mad, why don't you gut her? I say things like what I know they're doing, and I say it in a way almost like I'm verbalizing it out loud. And they say that they're going to tell people that I'm the one they call me a madam, they call me a terrorist, they call me a gang stalker, they call me like I'm coaching them, like I have a school, all kinds of things, like I'm recruiting. Now, these are words that are synonymous, except for gang stalker and targeted individual, are synonymous with a bunch of words that were used by those psychics way back when. Aside from that, is they have this thing where on the weekends is like a lot of them come out to play. And to me, for this is for me, because this targeting is real, it's happening in real time, it's not stopping. I can feel almost like them converging around my body, holding me, touching me all over, vying for attention. Now, I have a theory, and I could be wrong, but I don't think that I am. Remember, I keep mentioning that doctor with this cat back in 2016? I mentioned it in 2016. I think her name was Pima, or something like that. She had a cat, and the cat was seeing through. They, they put something behind his eyes, and they could see images. They were not clear, but she said that was just the tip of the iceberg. And soon, or hopefully, in the future, which was 8 years ago, it's going to be a non-invasive procedure. Now, I don't know what non-invasive means in this sense. But she did it to the cat. She could see what the cat was seeing. Because you're watching the screen. This is what the cat's seeing. And she walked in front. And on the screen, you're seeing the image of her the cat was watching. It wasn't clear, but you could see it. What if the technology is non-invasive and they did something like this? Because I'll tell you, these people, if I cook a meal and I'm eating, they're describing and telling me what it tastes like. This is a way of intimidating me. This is a way of them intimidating me. I actually said this 2 days ago, that this is why they have people following me as well. That's the fear factor. That's the intimidation factor. See, so far they're not here. They're just voices. Back in Oklahoma, my neighbor, this is how I know I got set up since 2020. Everything where I traveled, these people pushed me there. It's like they cut a path for me to end up in that area. They cut a path for me, and everywhere I went, there was somebody connected to them living next door. Whether the person was aware or not, something was off with this. And in every case, it's like I was sharing a ceiling with someone else. And I didn't have access to the ceiling. The other person probably did. With that being said, it's this factor of intimidation. And I'm talking about this was already happening to, I mentioned her before, her name was Crystal. She lived there next door, and was telling her the same thing. It was 8 women, and they were telling her they're coming through the walls, they're coming through, and she used to sit down and cuss them out. This was happening before I got there. She's the one who came into my home and saw the red mist, not red, yellow mist, and said it was an aura. It wasn't an aura. What it was was chlorine gas. Because I did the research. Chlorine gas in a mist form, chlorine in a mist form shows up as yellowish in color. It wasn't no aura. She didn't suddenly turn psychic. It's different gases massing around, massive amounts of it, just to see what would happen, like to burn up in smoke. Listen to what I'm telling you, people. This is going to come out, if not now, if not with this group of people, somebody is going to come out. And I'm telling you, I figured out this group, what they're about. Mostly what they're about. This is all technology. This behind your eyes, if it whatever it is, well, it has to be. I don't know these things here. I don't know what they are. I'm wondering now if something. I have no idea, because they just suddenly showed up one morning. Now I have them on both sides. They just suddenly showed up one morning, and like I said, I woke up, and back in California, I woke up one morning and there was blood on my pillow as well. Drops of blood. And I thought it was my cat. And then in Oklahoma, there was a big pile of blood. A big circle of blood. Right under my head. And it stopped like right there. So, I don't know. But, and every time I go to wake, when I woke up, like I just come out of my sleep, like in 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, is I'm gasping for breath. It just suddenly started. It is not something that I suffered with most of my life. It just suddenly started. And I was not nearly as overweight as I am now. I was not nearly as overweight as I am right now. So that wasn't it. And my head used to be like, it's killing me. I believe that these people are linking themselves to each other and to me, and it's giving them some kind of sensation, making them feel like their serotonin level is just off the charts, and they're just giggly, fun, like everything. When you're feeling like when you smoke marijuana and you're just feeling high, or you just had that first shot of alcohol or the second shot, and you start to feel that sense of like optimism, that fake optimism, like you can take care. If you were worried about something a minute ago, you feel like you can take care of it. By the third and the fourth, you're already depressed again. That fake, I call it a fake optimism. It's a fake sense of optimism. Like, you can handle it. It's just fake. Because the alcohol takes precedence over that feeling. And I believe that something, this linking is causing something, for them to have that sense of optimism all the time. It's all fake. So can you imagine what we have to go through for them to keep feeling this way all the time? What do you and I have to go through? Think about it. What's the one thing? A lot of people are smelling these gases in their home, in their workplace, and outside. Mostly in an enclosed environment. They're going to get whiffs of it in their car and outside, but it's not as strong as when they're in their home or their office. Think about it, what I'm saying. Either these things are put in these nano dispensers. Let's cut all the bullshit here. What the hell can this be? This is not ghosts. These are not ghosts. These are not pixies and elves and fairies and warlocks and wizards and all this crap. Or these crap, I should say. I don't know if there's this crap. These things are myths. They don't exist in this sense. Put them out of your mind. Let's look at this more realistically. Is either somebody invents doing this with deep pockets because their job is to follow you everywhere you go, do this to you to convince you at some point of the hopelessness of your situation, or that they're never going to leave you alone, which is brings that sense of hopelessness. And tie you in at the same time, because you can't say anything without the looking like something is mentally wrong with you, or giving the impression that something is wrong. So it's kind of like they come from one end, and then they know how your mind is going to work. They lock you in. Now think about you now. This is happening to you, being gassed. You're being have all these different smells. They're affecting you physically. Your nose is burning. You're irritated. You're angry. You're enraged at the unfairness of this. But at the same time, you can't lash out, yell out. You can't do anything. You just got to bear and suffer in silence. What's happening to your physical body? What's happening to your mind? You are in a ball of anger and frustration and tears and weeping, like you want to explode. This is what I'm saying. Whatever you're doing is causing these people to have a sensation. It's not magic. These things, these rice grains or whatever, these computer chips, wherever they're putting them. I don't know if they're putting them against your arteries, your skin, your whatever. I don't know what they're doing with them, or how they're placing them on your skin, on your body, all over. I don't know. What I do know is that there is a feedback to them. It's some kind of sensation, because I wanted to say, well, it's a group of people. They're probably drinking alcohol, laughing. They find your discomfort and your pain and suffering funny. They're desensitized themselves. They find it funny. But for a prolonged period of time, they can't keep this up. No. There's something here that when we are irritated, they're getting something from this. There's no way. Nobody loves their job that much. I don't care what the job is. They don't love it that much, unless you own your own business. These people are definitely getting something from the discomfort itself. And it's got to be through some kind of technology. It's got to be through some kind of technology. Now, I don't know what they're getting, what these sensations are, what they think it may be doing for them or to them or causing for them or causing them to experience. I have no idea. They're weird to begin with, so I don't know. I mean, whoever thought of this, putting this group of technologies together and just illegally putting it in people's bodies just to see how, when it connects to them, what will happen, is not a genius. The technology exists. It's just a very evil man getting people. Well, you like to conjure the dead. You're a pedophile. You're a rapist. You're a murderer. You just like money. You're just a spiteful, ugly person who just feel like the world owes you, and you hate the world, and you have low self-esteem. Come on in, let's have a party. Gather them together, convince them that they should have these rice grains as well, and there you go. You are being hammered by all kinds of riffraff that he could gather or she could gather. Think about it. This is not woo-woo. Whatever is happening to us, it's from physical things, technologies that people have already created. And these people are utilizing it in an illegal way to cause harm to others.